And like I was dead, like I died from the surgery. Like it was dark in this room, cold, and I thought I woke up in the spirit world, like for real, for real. Hi, my magical creatures. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about my breast augmentation story time. Basically, I got my breasts done when I was 21, and I'm 24 now. So these are like, a couple years old or whatever. And after I got them done, basically I went to go see a doctor in San Francisco. So me and my grandmother went for my pre-op appointment. And so he basically had like these different like size implants, silicone. Well, in the state of California, I heard 21, if you're 21 years old, they can't give you silicone. You have to be 22 years old. So I was just like, wow. So I had to go with saline. So I was playing around with the implants and everything, and yeah. So fast forward a month later, after my finals, I went and got them done in December. And I'll show you, so at the end of this, my story time, I'll show you a vlog and everything of me going there and coming back. So unfortunately, there was some parts that I guess didn't get saved or anything. So I was gonna just show like bits and parts and pictures and stuff like that. Me and my grandmother, we got a hotel in San Francisco that night. And so when we checked in, it was all right. It was fun. It was a nice hotel. And then after that, we left at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to my plastic surgeon's office to go get my surgery done. And let me tell you, like the way over there was just like my grandmother. So this was like my first surgery ever. It's my first surgery ever to becoming, a woman and everything. And let's just say, take someone that's very supportive, that is rooting for you and want you to be happy, because I had my grandmother come with me and she just was flipping out. She was just like saying, "Are you sure this is what you want to do?" Like, just, really bugging. And I told her, yes, like I've been stuffing my bra for the last 2 years. I think I'm ready for some breast implants. Yeah, so she was just kind of flipping out in the hotel and just kind of not happy with it. But, it's my body, it's my choice, and I'm an adult. I was 21 years old when I went to get this procedure done. So, So one thing I could recommend is bring someone that's going to support you, because I was already so nervous. I was already freaking out. I was just like, oh my God, I'm going under the knife. Like, I'm scared, etc. So after that, we left the hotel at 5 in the morning. We get there, we check in. She's like telling me things like, okay, so like everything looks healthy, you look up to date, eat like anything before 10 p.m. the night before, and you can't drink anything either. So I was very thirsty, very hungry, and yeah, but I had to do it for the sake of. So I'm hooked up to the IV and everything like that. Had to get undressed, get ready to go under the knife, and I kid you not, I'm there. Next thing I knew, I get reeled into the surgery room. And when I went in that surgery room, my heart was beating. Felt like I was gonna faint, because I was just so like hungry. I was thirsty. I couldn't really talk. I was scared out my freaking mind. And we go into this gigantic surgery room, and it is cold in there. I'm talking about freezing cold. We get into the surgery room, and I kid you not, you know how you went to class and stuff like that in high school, and there'd be like these big old countertops? I kid you not, you guys. There was a countertop, like, I want to explain how big this countertop was. This countertop, it was basically like a really long countertop. I'm talking about like big, and it had nothing but all types of different sizes of knives and scissors all on this counter, and nothing but gauzes everywhere, and it was freezing cold in there. I went from like shaking to like really like my eyes, everything, like I was about to cry. Like I was so scared. My mind mentality, I was like, since I have these feelings that I am a girl and everything, that I'm a woman, I know I am, I'm meant to get these boobs done. So that was kind of my mind mentality. It's like, if I don't survive, oh yeah, and that was another thing too. Like when I went to go sign the papers and everything, a bunch of papers, I was like, so if you basically do not survive this, like you can't get, you can't sue us, your family can't sue us and stuff like that. So that was another thing. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is serious. So yeah, so I was like, well, if God wants, if I'm meant to have these boobs, then it shall be, and God is there. God will make sure I'm surviving this surgery if it was meant to be. And it was meant to be. So boom, here I am. After that, I'm just like, I'm like nervous, I'm scared. And I was just like, she put the thing on me and I like grabbed the mask and I'm like hurrying up, trying to like go to sleep because I'm just like freaking out. And then in like my most cunty voice ever, I was like, excuse me, ma'am, like, are you gonna like put me to sleep first before you guys like cut me open? And like she just busted up, started laughing and stuff. Like all I see is her eyes like squinting and stuff. And so anyways, next thing I knew, I go to sleep and I wake back up. But I wake back up in this room, and in the same room where I started at. And all of a sudden I'm like screaming, I'm crying, thinking like I was dead, like I died from the surgery. Like it was dark in this room. It was still like cold, and I thought I woke up in the spirit world, like for real, for real. I knew the nurse, like she comes into the room, she's like, stop crying, like you're fine, you're fine. And I just told her, like, because I was just flipping out, because my grandmother, she was just like, I love her to death and everything, but she was just giving me a hard time because she was having a hard time accepting it, and I had already accepted it. So that was like the last thing I really needed, to deal with. So she turned on the light, she was like, you're fine. So next thing I knew, like, I'm drinking a lot of water, I'm drinking crackers, and then she was like, you might want to slow down because you're still nauseous from the anesthesia and you're probably gonna throw up. And I was just like, girl, get out of my face. So I kept, and I didn't throw up or anything. I was totally fine. So next thing I knew, like I get up, like I literally, like after like the anesthesia kind of like, I was like kind of like back to normal, I literally got out of the bed and I was up walking around perfectly fine. Like I was like, I don't feel any pain, I was good to go. Like I was up and walking around like after the surgery. And yeah, so then I woke, and so when I pulled the covers over me, I was like literally wrapped up like a mummy. So I was just like, oh wow. And so then my grandmother came and we get dressed and everything. Well, I get dressed, and we got discharged out of the facility, and I got my meds. I was on that oxycodone. The oxycodone, I swear, is like, stuff was amazing. So next thing I knew, we get downstairs, and all of a sudden she's like trying to figure out how to do the Uber or Lyft. Uber, I think she was doing Uber. She's trying to figure out how to do it, and then she was like having me do it. And I'm like, girl, like I didn't even know what my left and my right was. Like that's how, like I still was like messed up. Like I still had that anesthesia on me. So long story short, we figured out, like finally, like she got the thing to work or whatever, and we got into the Uber, and then next thing you know, we'll get in the Uber ride. And to be honest, you guys, like I don't even remember like the rest of the Uber ride. Like I think I knocked out and went to sleep or something. But yeah, like he was like, oh, like where are you coming from? Like what happened? Like I guess I was like really droopy. Like I don't know, like when I'm on that anesthesia, you just say like whatever. And I was like, yeah, I just got my boobs done or whatever. And then immediately this guy was like, by the way, I have like a family, I have kids, I have a wife, and everything like that. And I was like, good. Because I was like, I was not in the mood to get hit on or anything. So yeah, so then next thing I know, we go, next thing I know, I like wake up, or my grandmother is like grabbing my things and like saying like, Jordan, it's time to like, get in the house or whatever. So get in the house. She helps me upstairs, and then I'm in my bed. And I was in bed for like a good 3 weeks because I was just super lazy. But I mean, I could get up and stuff to use the bathroom. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the pain level of everything. So the pain was like, I want to say it was like a 4 out of 10. It was not that bad. Like if I could go get my boobs redone, I would, because the pain was not that bad at all. Like it was like once you get them, you're up walking around. Like literally, that was like my experience. But it did hurt. Like I remember my right boob was like I didn't feel no pain whatsoever in this boob. My left boob, on the other hand, that one kind of hurt. So that one it hurt. That one hurt a little bit. And when I would sleep, I would have to sleep a little bit upright like this. So when I would sleep down, I just felt like somebody was sitting on my chest. Like that was another thing. That sounds scary or whatever, but you can still breathe and everything. It's just you have to like focus on breathing more heavier. It's just a little more discomfort. There we go. But it's totally doable. Every day is just like after like the first like couple days, it starts to get easier. Say after like the first 3 days, it gets easier. I'm very happy with it. So the cost and everything, I don't feel comfortable talking about that. If you truly want to know like how much it is to get your boobs done, you can Google it. But yeah, I really like my boobs and they did me justice. And if you want to get your boobs, and like honestly, like do I regret getting my boobs done? No. I love my boobs, I love my breasts and everything like that. I saw Simply's Nessa's video where she talked about like she had a bad experience and had like breast implant illness or whatever. I just want you guys to know that for me, I never got the breast implant illness thing or whatever, knock on wood. I never gotten it, thank goodness. I love my breasts so much and I've had them for a few years now. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. So I was a small 32B. After I got my breast implants, he put 324 cc's in my breast implants. So I went from a 32B to a 34D. So I'm pretty happy with it. It still looks pretty natural on me, to be honest. It's not like, oh my god, because that was my biggest fear is like, I don't want to be like top heavy or whatever, but so I kind of want to put that out there because I know some people are like, well, what size did you go or whatever, but yeah, so here it is. So yeah, so that's kind of my breast augmentation story time. And I hope this video helps you guys. Definitely give this video a thumbs up, a like, and comment. And subscribe. Alright, hi my magical creatures. So I'm actually in my hotel room right now. It's gonna be like a couple hours until I go into surgery to get my breasts done. I don't know, this morning I was very nervous and I was really scared and kind of just was like, oh my god, like I'm scared to go through this, getting cut open and stuff like that. But I don't know, I have change of heart now. I'm kind of just like, yo, I'm excited, like something I've always wanted. Like I wanted boobs, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, so just pray for me, wish me luck. Well, pray for me. It's already had to start you guys when I upload this, but this is my hotel. I'm like in my bed. It's like super early. It's like 5 in the morning. But yeah, my surgery is at 8 in the morning at 8:15. So yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey.